What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching these videos. We're making this happen. We're making this happen together, right? I do my part and bullshit, and you guys take some of this bullshit, and just like when we eat food, your body takes the nutrients, shits out the rest. You take whatever I say, maybe some things you absorb that are helpful. Everything else that doesn't help you personally, just shit it out, okay? It's all bullshit. So, in this video, let's talk about how to talk to chicks, man. How to talk to chicks without being creepy and without being awkward. You know, without being awkward. You know that awkwardness? You know, you're talking to a chick and you like her and you suspect that she likes you, but then there's this awkwardness, you know, like there's this tension, there's this anxiety, there's this, you know what I mean? And you're kind of, you know, thinking, you know, does she like me? Does she think I'm a creep? Whatever, you know? So, again, my take on this creepiness and awkwardness, right? I'll give you two things here. I'll reach for my bullshit pocket here and give you two things out of it. Number one, awkwardness. I think awkwardness happens when people are not being entirely honest with each other or are not expressing their feelings and their thoughts and their desires as raw and just the way they are. So I think a lot of times when there is awkwardness between you and a chick, one of you guys, probably both of you guys, have something to say here that isn't being said. And when that's something, look, you guys know that urge, when you have an urge to do something or say something, you might have this natural urge to say something to the girl, and she might have this natural urge to say something to you. But you repress it, and she represses it. Maybe you repress it, maybe you really want to tell her, wow, you're beautiful. But then you repress it because you've watched some videos online and you've read in some books that, you know, you want to neg the girl. Negging, it's like you want to tell her, like you want to tell her something, you want to tease her, you know, and then kind of say something nice after. So you're like, oh, I shouldn't say that yet. I should maybe tell her like, oh, you know, I don't know, whatever. Like you say something mean in a teasing way, right? And then you're like, oh, but you look good. You know, like you probably you're trying to learn these tricks from like books like The Game or something, or whatever. And you think, okay, it's not time for me to tell her she's beautiful yet. But that's what's coming up in you. So then that creates tension, that creates anxiety in you, that creates awkwardness. Same thing in the girl, right? Maybe she just really thinks you have a cute butt or whatever. She thinks your hair is nice and she wants to say it now. She wants to say it, but then she's like, oh, but I don't want to show him that I like him yet. You know, I don't want to show him that I like him. You know, I want him to chase for me. So I think that awkwardness is often created when the two people are not being fully honest with each other. Or, you know, when I say fully honest, I mean, you're not expressing yourself in your full capacity, right? You're maybe holding something back. Maybe you're fighting an urge to say something or say something and you're not saying it, you're not speaking it out. And that's creating tension, that's creating anxiety in you. But then you and the girl, really, there's separation is an illusion. It's what's going on right here is like one thing. It's one thing. You and the girl are the same, really. It's one thing. So if there's anxiety in here or awkwardness in here, it just kind of gets picked on by the other side, right? And vice versa. If there's awkwardness and anxiety in the girl, it might just translate over to you as well. It's like this. It's like if a cop stops you and you haven't done anything, but the cop asks you, what have you done? Or what have you been doing tonight? You might get a little nervous just because the cop is asking you, even though you haven't done anything. So it might go like this. It might go like, okay, one of you guys is holding something back or not being 100% honest or is maybe shy about something, and it just sort of translates over to the other person, and then the other person becomes awkward even though they're usually not awkward. So I think one of the best ways to just resolve that awkwardness is just express yourself, be 100% honest in the moment. What is going on in the moment? What is this urge coming up in you? Do you feel like you gotta tell her that you're beautiful? Do you feel like you gotta tell her something? Go ahead, tell her that. Okay, tell her that, and that will, even if there's awkwardness, that awkwardness is always gonna be there, right? Sexual tension. But you resolve the awkwardness by saying it, by pointing it out, by pointing that thing that's keeping that awkwardness between you two. So maybe when you tell her, I think you're really cute, maybe that resolves the awkwardness, right? Maybe she's kind of been expecting you to say that on a subconscious level because she felt like you wanted to say it. It's all subconscious. A lot of this shit happens subconsciously. And now when you said it, finally the tension is relieved. Finally the awkwardness is broken. Finally you're telling her like, hey, I like you in like a sexual type way. Like, you're cute, you're beautiful, I find you amazing, maybe I want to kiss you. When you tell her like, hey, I think you're cute, you have a beautiful face, you're implying that, at some point in the future when we feel comfortable with each other, I would like to kiss you on that beautiful face. It's implied within the statement. So then our awkwardness is sort of, because sometimes you're wondering, are we in the friend zone or can we go further than that? So by saying something like that, sometimes that just resolves the awkwardness. Now both of you know what's up. Truth is there. And then she knows, okay, you're coming on to her as like a lover, right? And then she can decide if she wants you to be a lover or not. But that awkwardness it's now dissolved. That barrier is dissolved. Honesty and self-expression always wins to me. Outcome, fuck the outcome, fuck what happens, fuck if you guys become lovers or not. That doesn't matter. It matters is, are you true and honest and authentic to the moment, to the present moment? And if you're always honest and authentic to what's going on, what's happening in you right now, you will not have much awkwardness in your life. You will not have much awkward situations, and when they happen, you just point it out. And that's it. Another thing that I just subconsciously started doing, again, just to speak of awkwardness, when I meet a friend of mine or somebody that I know, and they have another person with them, right? But I don't know the other person. So I see my friend, hey, how's it going? And then this is what I do. Because there's not awkwardness, I don't know this person, and they're with their friend, right? So I look at the person and I say, you know what? I don't want this to be socially awkward. I've learned, to just introduce myself and say hello, because, that resolves any awkwardness. And then the person, their friend usually laughs, and then that's it. We just become like, we start talking regularly because you point it out. That's it. Awkwardness gone. Another trick that I've used also, I had a presentation one time and I was nervous. So as soon as I came up to do the presentation, I looked at the crowd. It wasn't a big fucking crowd. I'm making it seem like I'm like leading a crowd of 100,000 people. No, it was like maybe, whatever, 15 people, maybe a little bit more, 20, 15, 20, something. And I looked at them and I said, hey guys, by the way, I'm really nervous right now. And they all laugh. I laugh. Nervousness gone. I pointed out the obvious. I pointed out what's going on. I was honest with what's going on in me, with my feelings, with my thoughts. Gone. So I think if you want to resolve that awkwardness with a chick that you're talking to, just be honest with her. Just promise yourself to be honest with her, to be authentic with her. Allows her also to be honest with you and authentic with you, because girls hold back a lot as well, right? We're always trying to play these games and pretend like, you don't want to be the one like showing too much interest. She doesn't want to be the one showing too much interest, right? Let's just be honest. It's better. It's better to be just honest and get it over with, just honesty, resolve the awkwardness. The other thing, so that's one part of it, very important. The other thing, now when it comes to the actual conversation, this is going to help you in all your social interactions. Think of each person as a character in a movie. they have a storyline. That storyline has a past, that storyline has a future, that storyline has a present. So you talk to a chick, for example, right? And you're talking to her in this current present space-time continuum, this moment. Well, this girl has a past. She has a family, she has a mother, she has a father. More than likely anyway, right? Maybe some siblings, maybe some cousins, maybe nephews, maybe some of her brothers or sisters have, kids. That's part of her past and present now, right? So you can ask her about that stuff, right? Ask her about her family. Get personal when people, especially girls, right? They love talking. They love when you talk anything love and intimacy, women perk up. So you ask her about her family, like her mother, her sister. Ask her, be interested. Don't just like, why are you asking in the first place? Are you just like, well, what are you exactly trying to get here? You got to be interested too, right? This is a character in front of you. This is a character. This is a character, your character. And they have a past, they have a future, they have a present. You can also look at what's going on in the present moment by simply asking, how's it going? How's your day? How's life on your side nowadays? And then you see if the girl starts to get talking. Oh, I don't know. My dog was sick last night, and I had an exam last night, or whatever. She talks, and you get talking. You see what's going on in the present moment in her world, in her universe, in her character storyline, and then you can also poke some interest in the future plot line, right? It's a fucking movie. We're all full-time actors. So you can ask this actress in front of you, this beautiful lady, this beautiful woman. You can ask her, what do you have? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? If she's, for example, studying something in university, you just ask her, what are you studying? She says, well, I don't know. You're like, oh, is that what you want to do in the future? And then you start to call her on her bullshit if she doesn't know what she's doing, and you ask her, just investigate, what do you like? What are your hobbies? What are your passions? And you see, maybe she likes music, and then it turns out you guys like the same music. Or, she's interested in politics, for example, and you happen to be interested in politics as well. So you just investigate the character. This is again, it's a plot, it's a storyline, we're all full-time actors. We come here, we incarnate in these bodies, we just, just get it over with. It's a trip, one of many trips, right? So that should help you as well. Just look at people like that. This will help you with girls. This will help you with just anybody, really. Past, present, future. Remember, past, present, future. Start with the present. See what's going on in the present. And then you can sort of track it back. And don't tell her time is an illusion. I mean, unless she's a chick that's into that kind of stuff and she's going to understand you, right? She's going to understand what you're talking about. Don't go too fucking deeply philosophical on her. I've tried to do that with some chicks before. And it's just, there was the awkwardness. Because it's like, the chick's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? Right? So, again, just vibe. See, again, just always, again, start it simple. Present moment. How's your day? What's going on here? In this current present time continuum, what are you doing here in the moment right now? You see a girl in the gym, how is your workout, right? What are you doing in the present moment? And then we start to track it past, we start to track it future. And that's that, right? So, moral of the story, right? Moral of the story, to resolve any awkwardness, be honest, be authentic, express your feelings and your thoughts as they come up within you in the present moment. And number 2, look at the girl, this beautiful woman, as an actress, as a character in a movie that has a present, that has a future, and that has a past. And that should help you, okay? So that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. That's it. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. You guys are all amazing, wonderful beings. I love every single one of you. And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.